You know what? Let's go with the classic Ice Rod start. Let us see the Ice Rod start. All right, we're getting started here. Red mail is for cowards. And our first chest. Well, we don't have to grind bombs at least. That's a great thing off their minds. So as we go through the escape sequence, like I said, we do have Uncle having a random weapon. Now, you notice he wasn't holding a sword at the time. That means that he was holding one of 7 different weapons. And they can be bombs, they can be arrows, it can be a magic weapon. And in those instances, we'll give you full ammunition for that weapon. And today we have a bomb start. This one is fairly difficult. Others are going to have to be fairly careful about how they use their bombs. And a piece of heart here in the other chest of the secret passage. And very nice, Scaryolive getting a full magic drop. Someone is asking you, can it burn a weapon? Yes, it is. Anything that can deal damage for the escape sequence is considered a weapon. Some weapons are unwieldy, like the cane of burner and bombs. Others are pretty straightforward, like the bow and the hammer. And then you have just the fun weapons like Cane of Samaria and Fire Rod. Those are just a treat to watch. Well, we know bombs were in the drop pool now, thanks to Scaryolive. Let's hear the first guard checkpoint. Let's find out. Oh, it's this key we'll need later in the escape sequence. Yes, Ice Rod, unfortunately, is not considered a weapon. It can only freeze, it cannot kill. Fire Rod, on the other hand, that thing can just straight up insta-kill anything in this place. Where's my co-commentator? I don't know. I would hope I would get one. And sonicam trying to lure this guard. Only big 20 there. And sonicam is actually having a little bit of trouble with this guard. Meanwhile, Scaryolive gets it done pretty well. And both are now heading to Zelda. And sonicam is down to those 2 bombs. That is going to make things a little bit more difficult because we still have the what I like to call the rat final boss of escape. Bombs are kind of a hard thing to deal with, and there is our map, which means everything going forward is an item. So sonicam really wants to use just that one bomb on that rat if he can help it. So far, the times are pretty good here, actually. We should be getting up to the altar in about 4.5 minutes. No need to grind bombs. They'll just have a few other things to worry about. Namely, like I said, the rat that has the key that they have to kill. And we see sonicam is trying to grind the guards here just to see if he can get a little bit more ammunition for this back half. Now, if a runner runs out of bombs here, or any of their ammunition, there is a failsafe put in the scene in which they can save and quit. They'll be warped back to the altar when they get through this passage, and they'll be given a few shots worth of their respective starting weapon. In this case, I think sonicam will get 3 bombs. to work with for this route. Alright, ropeway. Ropes being fairly kind to both runners. Oh, I spoke too soon. Alright, Crossroads, what do you got? Whew, that's a lot of money. That's their bottle money. That's their bomb fund when they get back to Kakariko. Overall, that is just great to have. And they even have a little left over for Zora. And one bomb does the trick there for Scaryolive. We shall now see what is in the 3 chests over here that you need a bomb for. Ooh, sonicam misses! Twice! He's out of bombs! Oh, he has another one. Oh, that's terrible for sonicam. But as you can see, that failsafe does come into play. He does have 3 bombs. But this is a significant time loss. And Scaryolive, the first person out of escape. And just 10 more arrows to their name. What was in the back of escape? If our tracker is anything to indicate, nothing that we really care about. Speaking of which, shout out to CCX, who is our tracker for this evening. Or afternoon, rather. Alright, sonicam is attempting trial number 2. Does get the rat on the second try. Bush Crab and the Tree Pole are not that great, only just recovery hearts. And Aga's for the red boomerang, and we just have some minor items in the back 3 chests. So this is fairly standard start for Scaryolive, or at least in terms of average starts, I should say. And wow, there's a lift upgrade. Very nice find for Scaryolive. Both runners should be getting that relatively soon. sonicam is out of escape nearly 8 minutes. Oof. Cannot be feeling good about that. And here we go, the map check. Pendant Hera, green pendant. In Hera specifically. Eastern and Desert are crystals. And sonicam is not wasting any time heading straight. Oh! Okay, he's gonna ignore Ag and go straight to the forest. Ah, Kakariko. Such peaceful music. Alright, time for the first chunk of chests here. And Kakariko. There's a total of 13 items you can find here. And we get some blue goo. A sword! Hello! The single 100 rupee stash. And another heart piece. Alright. So we have a weapon. And the mushroom has been found. The record of these runners, I don't know their record through Swiss, but currently this is game 2 of a best of 3 with sonicam winning game 1. Scaryolive needs to win this to stay alive in the tournament. This is single elimination. Sonic came now with his sword. And his bottle. And... wow, that merchant shook the world. He had the Quake medallion. And what are toes? There is the flippers in the chicken hut. Very nice find. This is going to be a fairly interesting start to this game. I wonder where the progression lies. Or at least where these initial items are leading us to. And only 5 rupees there. So we have a sword and the bottle and the mushroom all in Blind's hideout. We have the flippers in the chicken house and Quake on the merchant. This Kakariko was pretty good, not gonna lie. And Blind's house. If I misspoke, I'm sorry. Oh boy! Is that a race or a lesson? We had the Pegasus boots at the race game! Sword was in Blind's hideout, the second chest, I believe. Oh no! Sonicam is saved and put away from the boots. And it looks like Sonicam will be doing a South Shore check here. Meanwhile, Olive is not going to waste any time breaking in those new boots. Got to check the boots cave here. Monk Rocks. And they lead to Titan's Mitt? Ooh, that is huge! Wow! Alright! It just got interesting. Damn, nothing worth mentioning, but it's a little extra money. And Scaryolive dipping into the dark world here. Realize he doesn't have the Moon Pearl yet. Where roots were at the race game. Sonicam chose not to check there. But here we have a nice little treasure trove of items. Mini Moldorm Cave. Or as some people have been starting to call it, the Light World Hype Cave. Or the new Hype Cave, even. Makes sense. Same amount of items. And today we have a heart container. 300 rupees. 5 bombs. We're not even there. And, oh, there's our Master Sword as well. When is Game 3? Good question, actually. I don't know if the Game 3 has been scheduled. I'll have to look at that later. Or ask them about it. Alright, so now we're seeing what we call the Bridge Hobo. And Vanilla gives you a bottle. Today, he gives us 20 rupees. So, nothing too major. But it is just a little extra money that we'll have after Zora, which is now in Logic. And I would like to say that Aga is not 100% dead yet. You're dealing with someone who has commentated a hammer on Pyramid Fairy situation. That does require Aga. It's a very interesting thing. You need to get the hammer to get the big bomb to Pyramid Fairy just so the Dark World. But if you don't, the only way you can get the big bomb without doing a dupe glitch is to use the portal at the Hyrule Castle, which you can only get by defeating Aghanim. And I missed what was the Ice Rod Cave here. What was it? No, that's why I missed it. It was nothing important. Yes, that glitch is allowed, but not many people do know it. I will correct myself on that. And we have a flute! At the Waterfall Cave, sonicam picking that up. And we'll now be checking Zora. Or as we like to call him, or as I like to call him, King Ripoff. And today's got a heart container. That might be a good thing to pick up here. We're only on 6 hearts right now. Alright, King Ripoff, what do you got for us? Are you a scam artist? I would say that one depends on your preference of the boomerang. I know some people avoid it like the plague. Some people like it just for the menuing. I'm kind of in the boat that I like it. And sonicam is now heading over to the race game. This is going to be good for him. But yeah, as far as that Moon Pearl goes, there are only a handful of locations where it can be. Naturally, it can be at Igina. We do have access to that. Could be at the eastern area. We have not checked that at all. Or it could be on Death Mountain because the flute gives us logical access to get up there. Granted, we can only check 2 locations. 3 if we were willing to do dark rooms. But that's still something to consider. Checkerboard Cave is not currently in the logic. We need a mirror for that. And of course, you all know what to do. All rise for the swag duck. You're about to hear it on both ends. It's a double feature. And much like how the duck bursted open the statue, this scene has bursted wide open. sonicam is going to waste no time trekking in the mushroom. And very nice. Sets up a spin speed as well. And the mushroom leads to the Moon Pearl. That is required for transaction. And Scaryolive will also be getting their Moon Pearl. So now we have a very interesting race on our hands. Both runners will have Dark World access within a minute of each other. It's going to get very interesting where the routing is. Also, once again, we have had a map check. Green Pendant Hera, normal crystals in Eastern and Desert. So we're going to wait to see what the map check is for the Dark World here in just a little bit. And Ether will require that Quake Medallion they found. Or, not Ether. Misery Mire. I'm getting my locations mixed up items now. Great. And there is a Tempered Sword for Scaryolive. Very nice. And Skullwoods, Ice Palace are 5/6. These Town and Swamp are our other two pendants. And now that we see a hammer-locked dungeon as a 5/6, we can now confirm Aga is dead. And this is fairly interesting. Scaryolive is making a dip into Misery Mire. Higina just has a full heart for us. Now, Scaryolive cannot full clear this dungeon, but can loot around for anything that might be of value. Like the big key, or maybe there's progression in here. Meanwhile, sonicam, I just realized, does not have Darkhold access. He's missing his Titan's mitts. Whoops! I called that one poorly. Now, Olive has to be a little bit careful here. All these traps will do that 100 damage that will end his trip through Misery Mire. Thankfully, does have some hearts, and he can use the boomerang, actually, to check the stun prize, which might be a fairy or it might be health. Is that the Ice Rod? Very nice spine. And Olive using that free blue potion to get the chest. sonicam, however, is not done with the light world, checking the rest of the locations he had immediate access to. I like what sonicam is doing. Even though he has Dark World access, he's making sure that there isn't progression lying earlier in the sphere logic. But now we'll be heading over to the Maya region. And does have his map check. No, neither runner can finish Misery Mire. We are missing a fire source in order to get to the cutscene 2 of the chest. We are missing a lamp to actually reach the boss because of logic. And we do not have the Cadence of Mario to reach each Vitreous either. So this is really just a precursory check by Scaryolive to see if he can get a couple of progression items out of this. And he did with the Ice Rod. And he's going to check every single chest he can. And what the... Wow! The reads on this seed. Very nicely done for Scaryolive. Both rods are in Misery Mire. And sonicam is following right behind. We'll be getting both of those too. And that is our fire source now, that fire rod. It does not light up dark rooms though. So, technically you need Samaria and Lamp, but can get by with just Samaria if they are aware of the dark rooms. And Scaryolive was going to do a portal check, but it looks like, yeah, gonna grab a blue potion. I do not... I can see why he wants it. He's fairly low on health and magic resources in terms of totals. And a moth bite at this low health is gonna be a thing. He's probably... Yeah, Scaryolive is heading to Skull Woods. He wants the blue potion as a backup for the moth. Which is completely understandable. I even have trouble with a 7-heart... I don't even think I can do a 7-heart moth. How much items in the dungeon with the rods in total available? For Scaryolive, that would be none. We found the big key, and we found both the items in Misery Mire that can be in there. So anything the fire rod unlocks in Misery Mire is dungeon items. Stuff we don't need. Because we already have the big key here as well. And alright, so now we are seeing the moth play here for Scaryolive. I don't think he did a full sweep of the front side, and if he did, I missed what it was there. sonicam is following right behind, though. Yes, both players dip mire, and both players rewarded with getting both the rods. So is it? How is Misery Mire play about the hookshot? Boots. You can bonk jump. That is actually accounted for in the logic. Because it's actually, for all intents and purposes, an actual game mechanic they expect you to use. We just make it a little bit more creatively used, is all. And blasting his way through the Gibdos is Scaryolive. sonicam gonna go into the side room here and pick up some magic. Grabs the key for good measure. Yes, Max, exactly. Any place you can, quote-unquote, jump to with a bonk is great. And wow! I have never seen that clean of a moth bite. Very impressive. I blinked and I missed that fight. Holy... Wow. Very, very impressive with Scaryolive. That was... I would arguably say that is the best moth fight I have ever seen. And we're gonna be seeing it again on sonicam's end. Maybe the moth will stick around a bit longer. Oh, wait! And it's also quickly killed on sonicam's end. Wow! I'm stunned. That is incredibly impressive. There's gotta be something behind that. And there's the hammer at the chess game. Okay, let's get back on track here. So yeah, there's our hammer. That unlocks half the dungeons on its own. And here we go with the brewery chest. 50 rubies there. sonicam takes a death. I think that was intentional. Yes, it was. He checked the one last chest. I'm gonna have to ask him about that moth fight. Both of them. That was incredibly impressive. I have never seen a moth fight go that swimmingly. Ever. And Hammerpake's only having 10 arrows. Yeah, folks, Aga was dead even before we had the hammer. Ice Palace requiring that hammer meant it couldn't be at Pyramid Fairy, because that would have locked itself behind the super bomb, and the super bomb would have locked itself behind the hammer, which is impossible for the logic of the seed. And that was the only way Aghanim was living, is because of the hammer. Alright, that's an interesting find there at the digging game. And I believe that was bombs up there on the bumper cable head for sonicam. Oh, it's the mirror? I saw hints of blue. I thought it was bomb. That is a huge information advantage for sonicam. Where is that magic cape? That is now required. Was it Hammerpake's? Nothing to write home about. It was a bottle of red liquid, no less. Alright. Hype Cave is coming up here. Will it live up to its name or its reputation? Actually, I think it's better delivered as legacy or reputation. We'll find out. 20 rubies to start us off here in Hype Cave. Arrow booster. A green potion. Okay. Blue mail, green potion. I give that one a 3. I give that one a 3. It's nice to have those, but not necessarily needed. And sonicam bringing out all the strats. And now we're seeing the World Tour end. What does the blacksmith have for us? Are they blacksmiths or are they something else? Let's find out. They are... They're making magical coins somehow. Actually, no, wait. That's Bombos. That's their blast furnace. Alright, folks. So that's 2 medallions now. We get Ether, we don't need to worry about Turtle Rock. And with Bombos, Scaryolive is going to Ice Palace. This is incentivized with the 5-6 crystal, I might add. And with the green potion in tow, very doable. This dungeon is not technically completable though, because we do need the hook shot at some point. But bomb jumps can get us past those requirements. I'd say this is a fairly safe play. Whoa! Alright, immediate value in Ice Palace. We just got the D. Wow, Scaryolive just finding all the progression here. And are we going to be seeing the Ice Palace bomb jump? Also, I think this means Ice Palace is hookshot locked, because they do expect you to full clear the dungeon, and we don't have that for right side. And we are seeing a catfish blade from Sonicam. This ought to be interesting. This is one of those one-off locations you don't really want to check on its own, but maybe it's something important. I mean, that's a little extra health. That I'm okay with. And Penguin Bowling. Didn't quite get the strike. Alright, so it is not hookshot locked if this chest is a small key, because then we can go right, left, right, left. No, it's our second item, so this dungeon is hookshot locked but by technicality. So I think Scaryolive is just gonna go straight to the boss and leave. Nope, gonna go ahead and wrap around to check Iced Tea Room. And yeah, wow, I just realized, in terms of items we need for Go Mode, we just need the Cane of Samaria, potentially Ether, and Lamp by Technicality. Oh yes, and of course the hookshot. With it being Pendant Swamp though, where could that hookshot be? Yeah, that's gonna be the troll item in this seed, I think, is the hookshot. I just now realized, because we have a Pendant Swamp, it could be anywhere. Could even be on pedestal. Alright, so here we go. That looks really good. Nope, not quite there. Scaryolive was just trying to set up this bomb jump. This one's fairly difficult. It takes a death. He is going to go back in. That is actually a fairly significant time loss there. Yeah, there are spin strat setups for bomb jumps these days, in which you lean into the pit while holding a spin charge, and then you release it and then lean back out. And the moment you release a spin attack, you'll be on the pixel, the very last pixel of the ledge. But on the plus side, Scaryolive does not need to do that again. Just needs to go use the key that he has on the door. Okay. We see sonicam now in the same room that Scaryolive died in. He's clearing out the enemies. Looks like he's trying to go for the spin setup. Doesn't do the spin setup, but does get it, so we'll be moving onward. I would say that sonicam is now taking a very small lead, but it's not a true lead until go mode. It's never a true lead until go mode. Alright, so what do we got here in Ice Palace here? This is gonna be something big. There is our third item. It is the shovel. So, something to note. By technicality, that shovel is hookshot locked, so it cannot lead to the hookshot. It could lead, however, to progression elsewhere. And now both runners just need to go to Cold Stare. The first two chests of this dungeon were chests. The keys that Scaryolive got were from going around down and around. First three. Iced teas and logic. Oh. I did not know that. Oh yeah, I guess there is a way to get to it without needing the shot. You're right. I completely forgot about that's just routing I didn't even think about doing. My mistake! Thanks for correcting me, chat. And a very nice slice from sonicam. Scaryolive's turn now. Does have that blue potion. And there we go. Cold Start down for Scaryolive. And we are seeing the Super Bomb play. Cold Start giving both runners a pretty difficult fight, but they both pulled through. So, very nicely done. And we're going to see what's on the pyramid at the same time we are checking what's in the pyramid. Hello, Magic Powder. How's it going? We needed you in order to check some Magic Bat, this seed. And I actually mean that because, for those just tuning in, Moon Pearl was our mushroom item. And there's the lamp! What did Cold Stare have? Nothing too important because we already got all 3 items out of Ice Palace. But he does have the 5-6 crystal, which is unlocking the Super Bomb here. Scaryolive will be picking it up, and now we'll soon have the lamp in their hands as well. And what is it, the dig spot? Just a bomb booster. So, the play here, and I think sonicam is going for it, the play here is Eastern. We can full clear Eastern now. Also, we can then go to Darkworld after the fact, from this portal down here, just south of where sonicam warped. And we can go to Palace of Darkness and full clear that, so progression is coming one way or the other. And I want to remind everyone that we do not have the mirror, but that is why! The magic cape for sonicam, he can now go to Bumper Cave and get the mirror. This is why he's doing Eastern first, folks. It's because this is the only way you can conveniently route both dungeons at the same time. Now, if he had mirror, obviously Palace of Darkness should have been the first dungeon, and then he can mirror. In this case, he has to do them in the reverse order, heading to Darkworld second. And Scaryolive doesn't have the information on the mirror, to my knowledge, so that's a leg up that sonicam has. Will he go get mirror, though? Mirror just helps with Darkworld navigation in general, and lets you streamline so many checks. It's worth it, I'd say. Also, mirror could be locking even more progression. Find places like Balmos, Checkerboard Cave, Cave south of Grove. Most people call it Cave 45. Graveyard Ledge is also a location, and that's actually nearby where the mirror is. But also, if you're still missing an item for Go mode, and you dip in Turtle Rock, you can mirror and check Mimic Cave. Hookshot cannot be a pedestal this seed. Okay, this Mario can though. But not the hookshot. The first half of Swamp could still have the hookshot though. It's the back half. The path leading to Argus that cannot have it. I almost said Vitreous there. And yeah, Kate does also put Spike even play as well. And our third item inside was nothing important. sonicam is setting up for the quick kill. Very nicely positioned. Gets it. Very clean, Armos Knights. Who needs to win to not be eliminated? Scaryolive needs this win to stay alive for one more game. As you can see down there, or below each runner's feed, you have one Triforce lit for sonicam. He has won game 1. And this is a best of 3. The first person to win 2 games against their opponent and wins their match. And, this is interesting. sonicam is going straight for the mirror. Which is fine. He can grab that, then mirror, flute to 5, and then go to Palace Dark. Right, mirror makes Palace Dart around. He's so much better. I completely forgot about that. So he's getting that if for no reason than for convenience. And don't need the hookshot here. You can just walk across that pit. So there it is, the magic mirror. Using the key to get past the Murderodactyls. And I see why, and I actually okay this. He's gonna check Graveyard Ledge, which is nearby and requires the mirror. Also, we can finally see what's in King's 2 because we're now back in the area. So that'll be a fun thing to check. Scaryolive unfortunately missing the quick kill. And nothing to write home about in Graveyard Ledge. I almost called it Hookshot Cave. Yeah, very clean fight from Scaryolive. Not the best, but the quick kill is kind of hard to pull off. And King's Doom. The king was a lonely man, it seems. And we now have a checkerboard cave check. This is also Desert Axes, I forgot to mention. And Desert is a crystal, so Mirror is, as far as we know, required, especially if Book happens to be in Desert. And Checkerboard Cave just has a lot of money, but we don't need that right now. We have plenty of potion money. And actually, also I should point out, with the mirror, we now have access to Paradox Cave because we can go up the Tower of Hera and go to the east side of Death Mountain from the top of the mountain. And this divergence, which is spawning off the lack of knowledge of the mirror's location from Scaryolive's part, is leading him to desert or Palace of Darkness. So we're gonna have a lot of information here. This is very nice. And there's Ether for sonicam in desert. That means he does not need to worry about the medallion for Turtle Rock. He has all three. This is a matter of picking which one he needs to use. Alright, first chest in Palace of Darkness is a small key. Alright, so we're gonna see Lamola's on sonicam's end. Meanwhile, Scaryolive is gonna be dipping pod and looking around for all it's worth. And yes, we do need the Cadence of Mario to complete Mario. Matter of fact, for those of you who have not played the vanilla game, that's actually where the Cadence of Mario is. It's in the big chest of Misery Mire in the vanilla game. So sonicam with that mirror is now blazing a trail through the seed. Could they have got the lamp of bombos? Yes, actually. Wait, where was Bombos? I forget. I actually forgot where it was. Oh, right, Skullwoods. That's what you guys are talking about. I forgot about that part. But yeah, you do not need the fire rod for Ice Palace if you had Bombos. Skullwoods, on the other hand, yeah, you needed that. Right, Blast Furnace Smiths. Alright, we have seen the land moles go down, and given the fact that sonicam is going back inside, must mean that he does not have the second item out of here. And Scaryolive has found a shield. Is shield even necessary? The mirror shield has a check is sometimes needed for her laser bridge by the logic. Other than that, no shield is actually required. That being said, I would still like to have my fire shield, please, and thank you. There is the hook shot in Palace of Darkness. Scaryolive just now picking that up. I think that's the compass chest. And sonicam is right behind him and does have that mirror once again. So here we go. sonicam is now catching up to all the progress Scaryolive has made inside Palace of Darkness. But with that mirror in hand, can do a lot cleaner routing. And there is the fire shield. And that was only money. In the big chest there. So, this is the main time save right here. Scaryolive is having to backtrack through the dark maze. Sonicam will just mirror out and leave that as his last check. And yeah, folks, this way is Kane of Samaria for Go mode. And at this point, it's like the only thing keeping Pedestal alive. But now we have all of Dark Death Mountain to check. All of East Death Mountain to check, even. And over there's like maybe a dozen items, so plenty of locations left to search for this Kane of Samaria. Okay, Scaryolive on his way to fight the Helmosaur King. Sonicam picking up his hook shot. He's going to be checking the harmless subway here. For no good reason, unfortunately. And a very clean turtle room from Scaryolive, only having to do 2 hammer strikes to get all 6 flipped. And here we go with the Helmosaur King fight. 17 hammer strokes, or I think 6 bumps to the face, or the mask. And then your damage source of choice, bow or sword. And that's a nice, clean Helmosaur King down. And there is our compass. So nothing left here in Palace of Darkness. So now the question is, where do our runners go? My personal answer is the obvious play, Death Mountain. Tons of items there. Scaryolive, however, does not currently have access to Death Mountain. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I forgot. He just found the hookshot. Does have access to everything up there. And choosing to make a pit stop to buy blue potions. Out of money, though. Gonna buy a red one instead. And Scaryolive is now getting the old man. Wonder what Gary has this time. If it's Kane, then that's rude of us to take that. That's his walking stick. Nope, he's just very generous and gives us his life savings. And there's just bombs on top of Spectral Rock. What is inside Spectral Rock as sonicam is finished up? Almost King. Ooh, just a single rupee in Spectral Rock. I think both runners made the right play, not coming up here right away. And we're seeing Scaryolive now checking Paradox Cave. We've already seen this, I think, from sonicam's end, so... No, wait, we have not had access to this. Never mind. $20 and a heart container. That's a sight to see for Scaryolive, I'd say. Seed has not been pretty... Well, it's been pretty stingy with the heart containers, let's be real. Alright. 5 more chests. Blue rupee. The other single. Our 4th bottle with a red potion. Nice. Another heart container. And 20 rupees. And sonicam is in that very same room. We'll get the same things. Scaryolive, I would say, is at a disadvantage, though, right now, folks. And I say that because of the mirror. The mirror is just a nice convenience. sonicam's going to have a little bit faster routing through this place. We'll be able to go to places like Hera and check Ether and all that. No, we can't check Ether. What I'm saying doesn't have a book. But more importantly, if the book happens to be mirror-locked, then you need to get the mirror for Desert, and thus Scaryolive will be down at Crystal for quite some time. Both runners now are heading over to Turtle Rock. Oh, and if this is Ether, Scaryolive can't even open it. I just now realized. But thankfully, it is Bombos. Both runners are going to open this up, but both runners cannot enter Turtle Rock right now. They need the Cane of Samaria in the first room. And now we are going to see Hookshot Cave from sonicam, Super Running Cave from Scaryolive. Both runners have to check each other's locations here. We'll see which one pays out first. Bombs. Blue rupee on Sonic. On Blue rupee heart piece, 20 rupees. Heart container. Last chest here on sonicam's end. It's a piece of heart. Okay, so both locations were a bust. Hera is still in play though, as is Spiral Cave and Spike Cave. And they're just doubling back on each other right now. This is fairly entertaining, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Just watching them mirror each other, sort of. If you find the cane first, do you do TR first or Meyer? I would say do Meyer first, because that way you can route it so that you can finish Turtle Rock and go straight to Gans Tower. Saves you a climb up the mountain. Alright, so we're seeing a Spike Key from Scaryolive. sonicam is heading into Tower Hera. This is the more item-dense play of the two. Ooh, okay, sonicam drinks that red just in time. And, folks, are you ready to have a coffee break? I think we all need to have a little bit of coffee right now. Just a little bit of caffeine to get us perked up for the rest of the day. Oh, sonicam's not even going to do the coffee break strat. Spike Cave for Olive did not seem to pay out. And I think Scaryolive will be heading back to Hera and doing the Spiral Cave after the fact. And this is, again, a place in which sonicam can save a little bit of time because he can just mirror instead of walking back out of these areas. And this has to be the big key. It is a Samaria Go mode. Meyer having both of the rods we need. Alright, so we had a compass in the basement, which means our 2 items can be just right here on this floor. Piece of heart. Gonna hookshot over to the big chest. There's the cane! We are in go mode! 1 hour, 11 minutes, 50 seconds! What a seed this is! Sonicam was taking the portal. Scaryolive will not quite be in go mode just yet. Does need to get the mirror. And sonicam is fluting to 6. We'll just go and finish Meyer. Oh! This excitement is just built up here, folks. We already have everything we need from Meyer. We just have to go over and kill Vitreous. And then we descend into Turtle Rock. And to fight Trinex. And then it'll be time for Ganon's Tower. All because of Bumper Cave. This seed is all thanks to Bumper Cave. And sonicam having the knowledge to check it. And yes, I do agree with you, chat. This does appear to be Sonic's game to lose. But I recall hearing about a race in which someone had a 10-minute lead, and it just melted away. But with sonicam's execution, I doubt that's going to be a case this time. There's Samaria for Scaryolive. And no spooky action glitch from sonicam. Probably doesn't know the setup for it. That's for real. I don't either. It's one of those new tricks I've yet to learn. Alright. Ooh, and a Trollorn fall from Scaryolive. Lightning is struck. And down goes Viddy. Viddy's just having a key on him. Alright, sonicam will now be heading to Turtle Rock. Scaryolive looks to be heading to Turtle Rock too. This could be good for him if he finds the book here, but at this point, he's a whole dungeon behind. Whole 2 dungeons behind now. And if you're just tuning in, folks, the difference in the sea was Bumper Cave. Sonicam checked it, had the knowledge that the mirror was there, and just the convenience of the mirror ended up leading to victory. It's been our only access to desert as well, so technically required the seed. Someone is asking about the book. We're mentioning the book because normally in the vanilla game, the book is how you would enter Desert Palace. That is one of the only 2 ways Scaryolive can enter Go mode at this point. It's either getting the book here in Turtle Rock, or going to Bumper Cave and getting the mirror. And there is the blue cane. If the book's not in here, I can't help but feel for Scaryolive. I'm being quiet here, but I know I shouldn't be. Well then. Both runners now go. Once again, both runners are going through Turtle Rock here. This will be just a relatively straightforward dungeon. There's not much really to talk about. One's in Go mode and one's not. Alright, change that room for Sonicam. Very nicely done. Well, thank you there, King Horn. Would you believe this is actually my first time doing solo? Alright, Scaryolive getting a little hit from the powder. Sonicam's not even going to check the center chest. He's just going to get the key from the Pokey and go. And Buttersword is in the big chest. Sonicam will be picking that up too, so there really will not be much of a difference in terms of combat unless somehow Scaryolive and Sonicam get and skip silvers respectively. And yes, folks, if book is a Mimikid, that means Desert is locked by Mirror. And unfortunately, Scaryolive does not have that information. They're both in the same room now. And with sonicam about to approach Trinex here, this will be our 7th crystal here as well for him. So real quick, let's go ahead and explain something here. We have a game we like to play. And I'm explaining it now because we won't have much time. There are 22 chests in Ganon's Tower, one of which has a big key. Hold your guesses in chat for a moment, folks, until we see the boss kill for Trinex on sonicam's end. After which, just give us a number in chat and tell us what chest you think the big key is in. And if you are a supporter to the stream, be it through 250 bits or more, or a subscription, you are eligible to be idolized in a leaderboard. We are keeping track of how many times you have guessed right. When the game goes live, you have maybe about 30 seconds to get your guess in, so get them primed. Alright, we're gonna close this game when I see sonicam go downstairs here, because this is a fairly tight window to get the game in. I'm gonna give you guys just a few extra seconds. But yeah, as far as where I want to see this in, let's go with my usual chest. Let's go with chest 6. If they go full right, that's usually the compass chest, so... What happened to Olive? Olive has missed the mirror on Bumper Cave, which is desert access. sonicam has been using it throughout, conveniently. First chest is bomb. Second chest is the big key! We already have it! Well, this is going to be a fairly quick ascent for sonicam. And the first Silver supporter to guess correctly was a Link from this world. Congratulations to you. Let us go ahead and save your results in the leaderboards here. And as you can see, there are all the people who have guessed correctly. And there is now a tie for the leaderboard. Alpha Channel and Ravis 10 with 11 guesses correct each. Very nicely done. And now we have the ascent. With Buttersword, it's pretty straightforward. And Scaryolive looks to be heading to Bumper Cave. Nope. Tricked me. Oh, did Scary not do purple chest? Scary did not do purple chest. Alright, Gauntlet though, for sonicam here. Some fairly tricky rooms here, including this room here with Stalfos. This is a room I just personally break out Ether and just nuke them. Because all the enemies in this set of rooms move randomly. There's conveyor belts, there's beamos, there's ice, there's spikes. It is not a pleasant set of rooms. But sonicam getting through it pretty well. And with that, sonicam's out of the hard part of the gauntlet. Now has to fight Moldorm. Oh, I said Moldorm too. I meant Lammolas too. And almost got the one cycle, but still well executed there by sonicam. Alright, this is my favorite set of rooms here, the Wizard 4. Such execution. Very nice execution there. And where is Olive going? Olive, I believe, is checking all the one-off locations in hopes to find where this progression he has missed is. We know that it is Bumper Cave. He's trying to find the mirror or the book. The book would also give him access to the desert to finish the seed. Alright, sonicam is out of magic, but there is a full magic decanter in this pot on the far right. Alright. We are now officially on the Moldorm floor. The hard parts are over for the tower. Not even going to check the chest for silvers. Fairly confident with Butter Sword and silverless strats. And he does have the green pendant, which sonicam did not even check, so this is new information here. There are silver arrows! So you had to fight Moldorm 1 for the silvers. Well, now we know where those are. And Moldorm 2 falls. Do we loot his last possession? We do, and it's actually vanilla. It is a 20 rupee in the vanilla game. And now it's time for a geometry boss here with Aga 2. Nice double there to start us off. Silvers were on Sarhasa. We just found them. Another double looks like. That looked like a single, so one more hit. And with Aga 2 down for sonicam, it is now time to fight the pig. Butter Sword, the strongest sword in the game. 6 slashes for the first 2 phases each. After which, a single slash to advance each part of phase 3, knocking the floor down. And then comes the truly tricky part of this fight, the silverless strategy. We'll have to keep the torches lit. And then we'll have to do 12 hits on Ganon as he's teleporting. Not before, not after. Usually you would do spin attacks to get this damage in. Just to make sure the hitbox lingers. And we see Scaryolive checking Bumper Cave. There is his mirror. There is his go mode. But unfortunately, barring a catastrophic series of events, this race is all but done. We're already in phase 3 of Ganon. And there is phase 4 starting here. Luring the first fireball so we can set up the torch glitch, which means he will now only have to worry about the left torch going out. There's our first silverless hit. There's the second. And Scaryolive is now in Desert Palace. Shows you how important getting the visual information is sometimes in these seeds. Never neglect what items you can check for your eyes. And there it is. Ganon is down. And GG's to sonicam. He has won this race and will move on to the top 64. Scaryolive, unfortunately, his time in this tournament is over, but I can only assume that he had a great race here. He had a great time. So, we're going to be getting sonicam in here for an interview, most likely. I don't have the SR feed up, SRTV room available to me, so I don't have the official time just yet. I did join the last minute, so I didn't get that just set up on the side. And it looks like Scaryolive is continuing. And yes, Mirror was at Bumper Cave. So while I'm sitting here alone waiting for sonicam to join us here, I'm going to go ahead and mention here, make sure to follow these runners. They put on an excellent race for us today. It's going to be sad to see Scaryolive go home, but at the same time, I can only assume that he put on the best show that he could. Alright, Scaryolive is now in Mire. And there is our pedestal, folks. It is just arrows. So I guess I'll just talk about the scene in general. This scene was actually fairly amazing overall. The items were all just right there, bam, bam, bam. It just happened to be the mirror that tripped Scaryolive up. This could have been a very different race if that was not the case. Alright, so Scaryolive will be heading over to Meyer. And yeah, this is a seed I don't think we've seen Thieves Town. You're right, chat. Anyway, there's Vitreous down for Scaryolive. Silver's making short work of him. And with that, he has all 7 crystals. And it looks like sonicam will be joining us shortly. I'm gonna pull him in. Alright, so we're gonna be getting sonicam in here for interviews shortly. And we are now joined by sonicam. GG's on your race, hey sir. This was a great one. This was a great one to watch. So
yeah, in the beginning I wasn't.
Okay, so first and foremost, I have to give you mad props. You and Olive had an amazing Mothfield fight. I have never seen a moth fight that clean before.
Really? Thanks.
Yeah, there was like, what, only 2 spikes ever launched?
Yeah, I really try to get that quick kill. Well, at least those first 2 hits. I'm not sure if I got it this time, but he was very cooperative.
Yes, I don't have SRTV open. What was your official time?
Well, the SRTV time was 1:30:48, I believe.
All right, 1 hour 30 minutes 48 for your official SRTV time. I wasn't able to. I don't have the room, so I couldn't get that for us. Scaryolive on our end is now entering Ganon's Tower. This was a close race. There was a lot of items found left, right, and center. But what did it for you was getting that knowledge of the mirror. I almost said book, but no, the mirror. Wow. Yeah, Scaryolive, that was his go mode item. Your go mode item was, of course, the Cane of Samaria.
Right, yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
And you both were in the Death Mountain region and got the cane roughly 2 minutes apart.
Wow. Very interesting.
Yeah, this race could have been severely different had he had the information. But walk us through the siege yourself. How was it to you?
So, honestly, I'm sure you guys saw the beginning, and I was not happy. And I felt like RNG was just trying to destroy me. Well, the enemy RNG was just...
Yeah, that rat kind of messed you up quite a bit. But I would dare say your execution managed to make you have a comeback in spades. And someone is asking, Chad, how did you get announced in the mirror location? You just walk up there. The mirror location, the bumper cave item is just able to be seen from the ground. He was missing the cave, which was in Eastern Palace, so you could have had that a lot sooner than you could have. So yeah, you are moving on to the top 64 sonicam. I don't know who your next potential opponents are. Are you nervous or anything about them? Sonic? Ooh. Someone in the chat's telling me it's Andy. Yeah, that's a rough one. Are you still there?
Hello? Yeah, still here. I guess we got disconnected.
Yeah. I was asking you, I was congratulating first and foremost, like, once again, you made it to the top 64. Are you nervous about your opponents going forward?
Yeah, very much so. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. The chat just told me it's Andy next.
Of course it's Andy. Absolutely. I'm not surprised at that. Yeah, so this will be, a quick exit. But, it was fun, though. We'll see. Maybe I'll pull maybe one win through, or I doubt it. But, it's a fun tournament, fun game.
Yeah, and even then, top 64 of a field of 500 plus. That is impressive in and of itself.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd make it this far, to be honest. I'm pretty impressed with myself.
All right. So, anything you want to say about the seed in general?
No, nothing about the seed. I thought the seed was played well enough. Layout of items was pretty good. Honestly, it really wasn't. Nothing was too trolly. Except the king could have been really trolly. If I went into Swamp or Thieves Town, which obviously it wouldn't have had anything. But I guess I lucked out by just going to the first pendant dungeon.
Yeah, and Hookshot could also have been really trolly because it was a pendant swamp. The rods, though. The rods. Ooh. Yeah,
dual rods and Meyer was pretty cool. I got that really, really early.
As did Scaryolive. As a matter of fact, I think he was in the lead for the most part until the mirror started coming into play.
Yeah, it's kind of how it happens. Rando's crazy.
It is indeed. Well, thank you for talking to us here a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and let you go. You got any final thoughts about the scene that you want to get off your chest?
No final thoughts. I'll just keep playing, see how I do in the next couple of races, and prepare for Andy. I mean, there really isn't any preparation for Andy, unless I'm like a robot, but I'm not. So, I'm just going to do my best and just try to have fun as much as I can. I appreciate everything everyone's been doing, commentators and trackers, runners, viewers, developers, everything. I really appreciate what everyone is doing, and appreciate the time. Thank you.
All right. So once again, that was sonicam. GG's him for once again the winner of our race here tonight. And speaking of races, we have a few more going on right now. Coming up here in just a few minutes, actually, we have Walter the Fourth versus Smite on Speed Gaming 2. That is game 2 of their set. And coming up just a few minutes later, right here on Speed Gaming 3, will be Gamer Cal versus Samurai Man. Their third game, winner moves on. And then we currently have a couple of other races in progress that might even be finishing up now, actually. Zane and Problems are racing right now, as is Zeal and Mal. Speed Gaming 4, respectively. And we have one more race at 3:30. Kyung versus Aussie Pone. That is going to be on Speed Gaming 5. And there are more races for Link to the Past throughout the day, so stay tuned. I get you now for Scaryolive. Looks to be having a fairly easy fight. And down goes Agatu. And it's now time for him to fight the pig. The same story as before. Silver arrows are now added to the mix, though. It'll be 6 slashes a phase. 1 slash to advance the progress of stage 3. 4 times, but this time, when he gets to phase 4, after lighting the torches, he just has to hit Ganon at any point and stun him, and then fire 4 silver arrows. His quiver only has 6, so he can only miss 2 shots. After that, he'll have to go to silverless strats. But the silvers will make this Ganon fight trivial. I expect him to finish in the matter of moments. Grabbing some help. It looks like he is done with phase 2. Yep, no trident. Now it has to just get the phases to advance here. Alright. Ganon? Ganon? Let this race end, Ganon. Come on! Thank you. Alright, torch glitch is set up. Ooh, cannot miss another shot. Go for singles if you can there, or Scary. Oh no! Alright, Scaryolive will be switching over to silver the strats now. Has to be careful not to fall off. The ricochet from the spin can do that. And there goes Ganon. GG's to Scaryolive, not giving up, putting in the time to finish this seed. And there we go. Let's hope Scaryolive is willing to go for an interview. Yeah, he's right there. GG Scaryolive. Congratulations on fighting through the rest of the seed.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I wanted to finish it since it's my last race.
Always a good time. We were entertained all the same. Now, 2 things I want to mention here. 1, that Meyer play was insane, and it was so good.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was gonna win when I got the fire rod there. But even more when I got the lamp in the pyramid, I was like, oh my god, if there's anything fire locked, there's no way he's gonna make the same play as I did, because I made a desperation play here because I knew sonicam is so much better than me. I know I have to make the stupidest play to win, and it worked. And I was like, okay, but then I guess I lost so many time on stupid execution throughout the seed that must have killed me.
What really killed you was the fact that sonicam did check Bumper Cave while he was in the Skullwoods region.
Mm-hmm.
So he did have information about the mirror. So when he got the cape in Eastern, roughly around the same time you did even, he went straight to get that mirror.
Yeah.
Which saved him a lot of time in Palace of Darkness and onwards. The other thing I wanted to mention, your moth fight was insane. I have never seen a moth that good. And sonicam, not wanting to be showed up, had a similarly good, as an equally good moth fight.
You know, I was very surprised about that Mud fight, because Mud is my hardest boss by far. And I even went and bought like, I was heading there, I think, and I said, oh no, I need potion for this. So I went and bought potion. And then I went there, I was like, okay, I'm ready. And I just hit forward slash and it was dead. And so fast, I was like, okay, I don't know what happened, but let's move on.
Yeah, that was just an amazing fight. I can't deny it. But yes, you are unfortunately eliminated from the tournament. You must have had a great time, though.
Oh yeah, man. I did not expect to make it to the bracket, to the bracket here. I've been playing only since January, so it's been like less than 6 months, and I've never ever won a race or anything almost. So, and then I was just trying to like win some games and then make it to bracket. I was like, okay, but then here it's real competition, and like plays like I did in Ice Palace here, you cannot win with that here. Like, it's gonna be onward so terrible. And I mean, sonicam is gonna face Indy now, so like I would have not stand a chance. And it's better that sonicam goes there and try to give a fighting chance to
yes.
to
But
Indy.
hey, if nothing else, you are the top 128 of a field of 500 plus, so can't be too mad about your performance throughout this
No,
tournament.
I'm surprised, and I'm happy about that. I think I have decent routing, but it's the execution I gotta work. But I have no idea how to work execution and like just grinding games. But there's more to that. I need to focus my practice on something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
lots of time ahead to do this.
So here is the one saving grace to what happened with you in that mirror. You went up after sonicam got KSMR. He obviously left Mulder alone. You didn't, and as a result, you had the silver arrows to that fight. It didn't really matter too much in this case, but it was nice to know where they were.
Yeah. Oh yeah, since I didn't. Yeah. I thought like finding the mirror as my go mode item. I thought it was okay because then I could not think about going into Swamp Palace, and there's a lot of location that it locks. But yeah, I guess since we were looking only for Kane at this point, then it would mean then yeah, I must have cost me like a lot of time.
Yeah.
But that, I'm glad with the seed. I'll look the race again and I'll see where I lost time to sonicam, and try to improve upon that for the fall tournament.
Yeah. Indeed. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go here.
Yeah.
Once again, congratulations on making it this far. Your road here sadly ends, but you can't be mad about how you've done. You've done an amazing job thus far.
Thank you.
All right, so make sure to follow both Scaryolive here as well as sonicam, our two runners. They put on an amazing race for us today. While you're at it, Cyber Chow X there in chat. He was our tracker of the stream. Make sure to give him a follow. And while you're at it, we're on Speed Gaming 3. Make sure to give us a follow here. We also have the Speed Gaming the original as well as 2, 4, 5, and 6. All streaming, not just randomized, Link to the Past randomized, but a whole bunch of other tournaments as well. And if you want more Link to the Past action, we do have our own Twitch channel for our secondary races that that Speed Gaming can't fit. Those will be on a Link to the Past randomizer and a Link to the Past randomizers 2, 3, and 4. I have been WolfLink0370 as your commentator tonight, and from all of us here at a Link to the Past randomizer, we just see you all next time, and thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.